Good morning, guys. So in this video, it is almost 8:30 in the morning here in Guatemala. I've just finished my morning pranayama practice. I've been singing some songs, and you know what? I'm learning some new songs, and they're really sweet. And so I thought I would bring you guys in and share with you my song, share with you my practice with the hope and the intention of spreading a little bit of joy in the world today. So I know that sometimes you guys tune in and going through a rough time or just you need a little pick-me-up. So that's the intention of this video, is to give you guys a little pick-me-up for your heart. So I'm here with Miss Stella. I was about to put my little tripod up. This is my song. Actually, I want to show you. So this is my songbook. And I have been working on filling this over the past like two months now, pretty much since Luke left the kirtan. I really saw it as my opportunity to step up and learn and practice. And so, yeah, I have so many songs. This isn't a song. It says, this is just something I wrote down from kirtan. Be wildly devoted to someone or something. This ache in your heart is holy. Good morning, Peg. Good morning, everybody. Follow the sun. Okay, guys. Are you guys ready to smile? You know, in the pranayama course, I have been doing this big life review that I told you about. In fact, you want to see another thing that's really crazy. So this book here, it's Friday, amazing. So I got this book. It was blank when I got it. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to bring this in the pranayama course because I know we do a lot of journaling. And oh my God, I have Cosmic Leap Forward. This is soul. See, I just wrote down some of the things my teacher said here. You're moving into something much bigger than yourself. So what's cool about this is that I have, needless to say, been doing a lot of writing. In fact, this was just yesterday. I was going through ages. Oh my God, this was a lot of writing. I was going through ages 23 to 26. And so now I don't really have that much left. I'm actually a little worried because I don't, today would be day 9, 10, 11. So there are three days left of the class. So hopefully I won't have to get another journal, but it's good. But the reason I wanted to bring that up was that so much of my life, I lived with these like deep seeds of sadness within the soil of myself. And they would always find a way to ripen and pop and give fruit. The fruit of sadness was something that was part of my life. And I really feel like I'm entering a time now, for a lot of different reasons, where I'm just like, it's like a beginning. It's like the new day of joy. And I definitely feel that part of that joy has been my dedication to now making music. So one thing that I've been learning about in this class is that we all come in with a dominant chakra. So, and then at age 27, you have a secondary chakra that sort of comes online to start to balance the other one. So for me, my dominant chakra was my sacral chakra. And your sacral chakra can be the source of creativity, but it can also be a source of like sexual dysfunction and like addiction and like just seeking pleasure and overindulgence. So there's like a light side and a dark side. And so for so much of my life, I was living sort of like on the dark side of the force without realizing it, and engaging in a lot of unhealthy things, unhealthy behaviors. I was very depressed as a result, which are all signs of an unbalanced sacral chakra. So now I understand that one of my goals is to really, how do I balance my energy? How do I balance my digestion? How do I balance my mind? How do I balance my emotions? How do I balance myself? So for me, one thing that has been really helpful has been the music. So I'm gonna just share with you now some of the songs that I've been learning and practicing. Let me start with one. This is a good one. So this is called Blessed We Are. Blessed we are to dance on this ground with the rhythm of singing. many of you guys have been watching my videos, my journey long enough to know that, I really struggled with my voice, and it's been a beautiful road to walk to build my self-confidence in the face of the voices, both outside and also inside of me, saying like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck, and like just to keep going and be like, no, I believe in myself. And that's something that I've been looking at with this time of my life that I'm going through in my class right now. Is like, it was the first time in my life that the shell that was around my self-esteem was starting to crack, and I was starting to believe in myself. And it turns out that when we're properly nourished and when we believe in ourselves, that's when our like true gifts can unlock. So let's see, here's another one. Have you heard Follow the Sun by Xavier Rudd? Excuse me. So, if you're in a tough place, I know it's hard sometimes, but like put on some music and dance. Like, what makes your heart happy? In the midst of all of the world and all of the things that you feel like you should be doing to be successful and to make other people happy and do what your parents want or your boss wants or what your roommate wants or what your partner wants or what your husband or your wife wants. Amidst all of that, like, what do you want? Like, what makes you come alive? What's the thing that you would do it for free? Like, in fact, maybe that's also part of why it's hard to do it, because it's like, how do I make money from this thing? Do that. That's something I'm realizing from my story looking back, is that it took me a long time to finally connect with my heart. It took me a long ass time to finally tune into that voice inside and actually listen and make it a priority over the voices on the outside, because I made those voices a priority for the longest time. All right, here's one. I just wrote it down yesterday. This is literally, I think, the third time I've played it, but here we go. You think you own whatever land. Well, let's start over. But I So fun fact, do you remember, for those of you who were watching when I did the karaoke, that was the last time I did the breathwork course. And I came out of that breathwork course and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna sing, I'm gonna believe in myself. And I went to that karaoke and I sung that song and I butchered it. Some may think right now I still butchered it. That's okay, you're welcome to your opinion. But it's so cool to remember, wow, I've come a long way. I wasn't playing an instrument then. Like, wow, I'm so glad I stuck with it. I'm so glad I didn't listen to the judgments in my mind, which were all lies, because that's how judgments work. Let's see, what else do I have for you? Oh, here's a good one. So feel free to sing along with this one. Nice. Okay. Let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart shine. Let the way of my heart, let the way of my heart, let the way of my heart shine through. Love upon love upon love. Our hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon light, shining as bright as the sun. Oh, let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart, let the way of the heart shine. Let the way of your heart, let the way of your heart, may the way of your heart shine. You can do it. Love upon love upon love. Our hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon God's light, shining as bright as the sun. Let the way of the heart, let the way of your heart, let the way of your heart shine. Let the way of your heart, let the way of your heart, may the way of yes, your heart shine. Love upon love upon love. Our hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon light, divine light, shining as bright as the sun. Oh, let the way of my heart, let the way of your heart, let the way of our hearts shine. Let the way of my heart, let the way of your heart, let the way of our hearts shine. Love upon love. Thanks, Robin. Love upon love. Our hearts are beating as one. Light upon light upon light, shining as bright as the sun. Light upon light upon light, all is dissolving into one. So, in the past 2 months, I really started taking my practice seriously. You guys may know I had my ukulele for like a year, but I practiced at the beginning, but I was really discouraged because it wasn't working, it wasn't sounding good, so I kind of gave up. And then some people in my life put some healthy pressure on me, calling me out on the fact I wasn't practicing. And then when Luke left for India, I really wanted to step up more with kirtan, because it's like, okay, what's going to happen to kirtan? Because Luke was sort of holding it together, so I saw it as a chance to like step up. So I put together a weekly kirtan practice group to learn songs. I hired my friend Saul, who's going to stay here. He's currently up at the dog sanctuary with Aaron. He's going to stay here. He came pretty much once or twice a week and started giving me private lessons. And then I would practice a lot. In fact, I don't know if you can see, I've got some pretty solid calluses now. Hi, Rosemary. Good morning, honey. So in my recent ayahuasca ceremony, I got to share music unlike ever before. And afterwards, people were like, what happened? Like, what? Who? Where? When? And I was just like, well, I started taking my practice seriously. I got together a group that I learned with and from. I got a private teacher, and then I have the weekly kirtan, which is like, okay, there's an expectation that I'm gonna like get up and share, and I started sitting at the front and like, you know, kind of co-leading the space. And so that's why I've been, really growing a lot, and also really just making it part of my morning practice. So, you know, you can get better at anything that you really seek out and pursue, you know. You can get better at anything that you really seek out and pursue. But here's the problem, is that if we start with the mindset of like, oh, I can't, I suck, I'm bad, I'm wrong, then you've defeated yourself before you're even out of the gate. It's like there's a horse race, and it's like before the gates open, you've turned around and laid down and like gone on your back and covered yourself in poop. Like, great, you're not gonna win. You don't even stand a chance, but you did that to yourself before the gate even opened, you know? So, and I can say that because that's something that, reviewing my life, that was what I did. That was the way I had really set myself up for a lot of suffering and shame, because I already felt like a failure. It's like when I was in New York, I struggled and suffered so much, and I was financially so insecure, and I was so scared, and I was living in such scarcity, and I was not being resourceful. Now looking back, oh, thanks, Roger. I know, Roger, I have I have your message to respond to. I've just been kind of in them. You've seen how much writing I'm doing. It's like yesterday, it was like 20 pages. This was like just yesterday. Anyways, looking back on my time in New York, you know, I really wish, you know, that I had just kind of maybe like set up a little blanket and like sold photos, or like done something to lift myself up and create more opportunity for myself. But I was so convinced that I suck. I was so convinced that nobody wants what I have. I was just so convinced that like I didn't matter and I wasn't valuable, and you know, I was only valuable if a man was attracted to me. Like literally, like that was the fear that I was living in. So, you know, I think that especially when we do grow up with a lot of fear, you know, we have those traumatic things that happen, and that seed is planted within us. Like it takes a lot of work to uproot it. Like if you have a gnarly garden full of these like deep roots of these like weeds, like you got to get some tools, and you got to get in there, and you got to dig, and you got to get money in the process. But for me, I think that's the greatest gift that came out of that time, of all the suffering and the darkness and the fear of the future and fear of running out. And I'm like, I couldn't feed myself. Like I was scared to spend money. I remember like having an emotional breakdown just at the grocery store, like a panic attack of like, everything's too expensive and I don't know how to cook and I don't know, like, oh gosh. I'm going back in time, and I'm holding my younger self with so much compassion, and I'm taking her hand and I'm walking her through the aisles, and I am showing her what's what, and I am teaching her, and I am being there for her in the way that she really needed, because I felt very alone and very abandoned as a young person trying to figure out the world. And so I'm grateful to finally be at this place in my life where it's like joy is possible, because for so long it wasn't. So let's I want to sing a song. So this one's, the ones I just sung were all in English. So this one I'm going to sing in Sanskrit. So Sanskrit is this ancient language, and the words carry a vibration, they carry a meaning. So this one is essentially a song to my higher power, praising my higher power, praising God, praising the one who has the infinite wisdom of all time, like the supreme primal wisdom that is always there. And a lot of times, something else to realize is that my darkest time was when I was disconnected from that wisdom, right? My darkest times, my scariest, darkest, most vulnerable, most horrible suffering times was when I was disconnected from my higher power. I was staunchly opposed to God. No, that's stupid. Prayer is stupid. God is stupid. Everything's stupid. You're stupid. I'm, you know, like, right? Like a separation, a disconnect. And so it was from that disconnect that where I suffered so much. And so the years that I'm reviewing now in my journal, this is when I started just like something cracked in my mind. And I started believing that there could be a God. I started believing in God. I started welcoming in these like divine vibrations. I like opened myself up to this energy known as Jesus. Like I like the shell around my mind cracked. And as Rumi says, the cracks are where the light gets in. So the light started coming in, and that's really where my story started changing, was when I started. However, at that point, my faith was weak and my fear was strong. So I still struggled a lot, but the light was coming in little by little. So this is a song for all your higher powers out there. This one goes to you. Hi, Corinne. see what's happening. Frank is probably being troublesome. Hey. Yeah, there's Frank. Hey, guys. I know. Bronco, are you angrily drinking water because of Frank? Hi, Frank. Sorry, buddy. Bronco has worked himself up. Hey. Hi, guys. Hi, pups. It's okay. Bronco, you can't do this to yourself every time Frank comes around. It's just not, it's not okay. My pups. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You're the man of the house. 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 Yeah. Frank just comes and Frank, I'm sorry it is this way. I know you're a good man too, but you know, there can only be one Highlander. Okay. No. All right, guys. Let's sing. Let's do just one more. Dogs. It's funny. The way I used to be addicted to other things. Now I'm like, just one more song. Just one more song. Let's see. Let's find something special. Oh, this is one I've been singing a lot. So, do you guys know about Ganesha? So people get confused and they're like, you're singing to God. There's only Jesus. There's only God. Like, no. Okay. So there's one source of energy. There's one source of creation. And in the way that I understand it is that there are different sort of manifestations that we can interpret. We can interpret the all one, right? And so there are different faces, right? There are different qualities. And so when we sing mantras to someone like Ganesha or Shiva, we're singing to a certain quality of the divine. So Ganesha is the quality of God that removes our obstacles. It's the quality of God, of the Almighty, of our higher power, who makes the way, who takes the problems out of our way or removes the obstacles so we can proceed forward. So we're not singing to we're not singing to a separate God. We're singing to the one God, but to like, oh, you know, it's like, you know how you have different camera angles, right? But it's all the same face. We're singing to like one of the camera angles going, oh, you so fine. You so fine, Ganesha, right? But it's like God's face. So here we go. So this is, oh, Peace Chick, you're singing along. So we got a Om Gam Ganapatehe Namaha. Om Gam Ganapatehe Namaha. Ganesha Sharanam. Ganesha Sharanam. And if you're playing along, it's A minor, C, G, A minor. Okay? So Ganesha is also the guardian of our Kundalini. So the Kundalini energy, it's that really powerful life force energy that's held at the base of our spine. So when they were learning in class is you say a prayer to Ganesha, because Ganesha is the guardian of this energy, asking for permission to start working with this energy to wake it up. And you know what happens when you wake up your Kundalini? Well, if it goes too fast, you can have a mental breakdown. So we want to go slowly. You can also get really sick. You can have a Kundalini cold. I have a little bit of a Kundalini cold because of the work we're doing right now. But when your Kundalini is woken up, you have the life and the vitality and you're just so fully alive, right? So that's what we're doing when we're singing songs, when we're singing mantras, when we're connecting to our chakras, when we're connecting to our energy centers. We're opening up our gifts. It's like we're unwrapping the gifts that God put inside of us and we're living fully from them. I've had to do a lot of work around this because I had suppressed my gifts out of fear, judgment, self-doubt, you know, some external desire for like, I can't do that. I can't be an artist because I need to be successful. I can't do this because I need to make money, right? What would it look like if your obstacle were removed? Wow. Oh, here's a good one. So also, like, feel the vibrations. Like, feel the vibration after the vibration. Feel the vibration after the vibration. These vibrations are going into our cells. They're becoming part of us. It's beautiful. It's good medicine. I've heard it said, in the future, the medicine of the future will be light and sound. Hurry on, dear Lord, sad love, holy names when call the light within. I go home. Hurry on, dear Lord, sad love, holy names when call the light within. When I call the light within, I go home. So will you call on the light within? Will you call on the light within? Will you call on the light? Will you call on the light? Will you call on the light within? I hope you do, because it's there for you, for each and every one of us wanting to come through. It's up to you. What will you choose? Will you open your ears to hear the good news? Up to you. Cross the bridge within your own heart, and there you will find everything you've always longed for. But the gatekeepers at the bridge are fear judgment and shame. So you'll have to get through them, and you don't get through them by fighting them. You get through them by loving them. As they snarl in your face and try to bring you down, you must look directly in their eyes and say, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And with a sincere heart of compassion, the gatekeepers will melt and you can cross the bridge. And there you will find your joy. There you will find what is waiting for you. But no one can cross the bridge for you. No one can summon the courage for you. No one can stand up to the monsters for you. No one can pull the flower out of your heart and hand it to them. Only you can do that. So, up to you, as my teacher in India would say, up to you, up to you, up to you. All right, let's do one more. I said one more. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. This is a prayer for all beings. This is a prayer that says, may you be happy, may you be well, may you be free from suffering, may you be at peace, right? And so this is a prayer for all beings everywhere, across all of the worlds. May all beings be happy, may all beings be well, may all beings be healthy, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings. So this is a prayer for all beings, which is different than a prayer of like an agenda for somebody, like, I pray that she goes to a good school, and I pray that she gets a good job and does what I want, and like, right, like an ego prayer out of like, I want this person to do this. I pray that this person does this. I pray that this person, changes their ways. No. Like, I pray that this person becomes my boyfriend. I pray that this person becomes my wife. I pray that this person does for me what I want them to do. Like, right, that's an ego prayer. So the highest prayer we can really offer is like, may all beings be well. And then it also opens up a lot of space because we stop trying to control other people and we just want them to be well, right? So may all the beings in the world be happy and free. Oh, oh my God, where is it? loved ones and your animals and all the people in your community and the people in your country and the people in your world. That means you. It means the spirits watching over you, the angels guiding you. That means everybody, may all beings across all the worlds be happy and free, because it's in you as it's in me. And if I can do it, so can you. I come from a long line of darkness and sadness. I come from depression from a very young age. And it's up to us. The buck stops here. Are we going to carry on the lineage of sadness, or are we going to do the work to dig up the seeds, to dig up those seeds of karma and set ourselves free? And when we set ourselves free, we set others free. So, Terry, have fun. I hope you make money with love in your heart. With love in your heart, knowing that the money we receive is actually God's money. And the best thing we can do is recognize that we're just channels. We're channels for the word, we're channels for a message, we're channels for the abundance to flow. It's like when I receive abundance, it doesn't stop here, it flows out, right? It flows many different places. And just like you're earning money, you're receiving money, but you're more than that, more than anything, you're a custodian. You're a custodian. Everything that we receive is on loan. Everything we receive, we are borrowing from God, and it's our duty to take good care of it. Not to hoard it, not to fight, not to be scared, but to open ourselves, to take care of ourselves. Because if you're the servant of God, listen, if you're the servant of God, if you want to be the servant of God, do you think, like, if you had a servant, how would you feel if they showed up to work, like, dirty and hungover and tired and, like, hungry, and they're kind of scattered because they haven't really, like, put good fats in their brain, and, you know, they're, like, stuck in a toxic relationship, and they're just, like, worried and obsessed and, like, feeling all this guilt and shame about their partner, and just, like, well, like if that was your assistant, would you want that? Or would you want an assistant who shows up for work, like, clear-eyed, ready, sober, open, happy, like, okay, what are we going to do today, Lord? What are we going to do today? Like, ready, chipper, you know, like, so I think that's our job, is to really just clean ourselves up. Clean ourselves from the past, clean ourselves from the darkness, clean ourselves from the trauma. Yes, everyone has the pain, and no one's pain is better or worse, and sometimes people look at me and they're like, you don't know what it's like to live a hard life. And it's like, yeah, sure, I've never been on food stamps, but I've been on emotional food stamps, you know? So we each have our own journey, we each have our own suffering, and it's up to us, like, are we gonna settle for that? Are we gonna just, like, be okay making excuses and putting the blame outside of ourselves? Well, I can't do it because she's not letting me, or the government sucks, or this sucks. I can't do it because nobody wants what I have and it's their fault. And it's like, or are we gonna be like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna find a way. And I like to pray, God, lead me to it and through it and help me do it. And that's the key, is when you don't feel like you're alone. Because my darkest times, which I've been looking at and reviewing in depth, my darkest times was when I really thought that I was alone. I was on my own. I felt unsupported, unguided. I had no self-esteem, no self-confidence. And that's when I suffered the most. So the biggest turning point is like, okay, you're not alone. You have some kind of higher power watching over you. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a Jesus Christ, Lord and Savior. Like, that works for some people. Great. That doesn't have to be that for you. And if you think that it has to be that way, that could actually close you off to the sunlight of the Spirit getting in. So, like, find it for yourself. Find the opening. Like, let the light in whatever way feels good for you, irregardless of what your family or the church or the people around you say or practice, or maybe you're trying to convince you is the right way. Like, fuck it. No, you find your path. You find your relationship with something bigger than yourself, because that's the key. That's the key to getting out of the madness. So, unless you want to stay in the madness, you know? Wow, I got some serious calluses. I love them. I love my little calluses. I'm so proud of them. You get to earn calluses. Oh, Alex, a public school educator. Oh, that's great. Good for you, honey. I hope that works out. All right, Carol, I love you. I love you. Oh, Carol, I need to send you. Did the credit card link work? So, guys, I was telling you guys before about this credit card I just got. So I know someone who recently went to India just on bonus miles. Total travel hacking ninja move. I'm like, how did you do that? This person showed me the credit card that they use. I got the card. I'm putting all of my expenses for the Bali trip on this card. So the key is, if you spend, it depends, there are different levels of cards you can get, but if you hit the spending quota requirements, then you get bonus miles. And those bonus miles you can use towards a free flight in the future. So I have a link. I will share it with you later if you're interested. I also shared it in my blog post. I think Carrie got on it. Great. So if you're about to make any large purchases, or if you have large purchases that you're already making, put them on the credit card now. I just want to say, don't get yourself... Yes, it worked on your email. Okay, great, Carol. Awesome. Don't get yourself into debt. Only spend, if you do it, if you want to get the free flight, only spend what you can afford and then pay it off immediately. And so when you do that, you'll also build up your credits. You'll have more buying power in the future. The key is the self-discipline to not spend more than you have. So that's my latest travel hack. And I'm really excited for in the future when I'm going to have a free flight. I'm going to go to like India or Italy or, I don't know, Africa, or I don't know where Spirit's going to lead me next. I would love to go to Tibet. I would love to go to Morocco. I want to go to Morocco. So just so you know, that's in the pot, and I will drop the link on my page soon. So if you see that link, that's what I'm talking about. Remember, I'm not encouraging you to get into debt. I'm encouraging you to get miles that you can use for a free flight. It's pretty cool. I wish I had gotten this card like, I don't know, 20 years ago, but what to do. We can't regret the things we didn't do. We can only take responsibility for the things we are going to do. Now with all the perspective moving forward. So anyways. I love you all very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. And just know that wherever you are on your path, you can always turn a new page to a new chapter. You know? I know, Carol, I gotta go visit my dad. That's why I say Italy, because my dad's in Italy. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'll use the miles for. We'll see. Where am I going to use my miles? Where am I going to go? Where would you go if you had a free flight? Guatemala? Morocco? I really want to go to Morocco. There's this blue city. I really want to go to Morocco. Nice. Okay, Linda, you got it. It works. Okay, cool. So yeah. We're learning how to be responsible adults. Heart-centered, honest, open, clear eyes, courageous, facing the monsters instead of running away, instead of numbing out, and showing up. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do today, Lord? Why am I here? What do you want from me? Let's do it. I'm open. Here I am. Take me. Do with me as you will. You know. So, ooh, Stephanie, you've been to Morocco. Oh, I want to go to Morocco. All right, guys. I love y'all so much. Blakely, thank you for the stars. Thank you those who send stars. Thank you those who don't send stars. Thank you just for being here. Thanks for having an open mind and maybe, you know, a little crack where the light can get in. Thanks, Roger. I love you too. Hi, Michelle, Australia. I liked Melbourne when I went to Melbourne. Maybe I'll use my ticket to Melbourne. Maybe I'll get more free miles and go all over the place. So that's the thing. I share my link. I have a referral link. If you guys sign up using my link, I get an extra 10,000 miles. And when you get your card, you can have a referral link, and then you can share it with your friends, and then you can get some extra miles. So it's a way that we can help each other. So it's nice. Yeah, Maritza, you hate monsters, so you take Jesus with you. Yeah, great, girlfriend, good. You take Jesus with you. If that's what gives you strength in your heart to show up fully, then you do it. Do what works for you. Just don't get down on anyone who does something different. That's the key, you know. How long is your friends points thing good? They never expire, Linda. These miles never expire, which is great. I know you had that experience with the card and you got all those miles and they expired, which I can only imagine was such a bummer. But these miles don't expire. Amazing. All right, guys, I have to get my day started. It's 9:30. I got some breakfast to make. I've got some work to do on the computer, and then I got to get to class for day 9 of this activation. Oof. It's going good. It's going good. It's going real good. Loka samasta sukino bhavantu. May all the beings in the world do what I say and think how I think and believe what I believe. Actually, no. Be happy and free. May all the beings in the world be happy and free. Listening to their hearts, facing their fears, and living their life as it's meant to be.